don't forget, we have the whoop change rule this year, so we're not limited to 9 whoops anymore. Justin Cooper could be not the benefactor. Yeah, punching the air. I was gonna say something else, but never mind. We're not gonna say that. Take Jett Lawrence out of the picture,
and you're still left with 21 championships on the gate. That's not hype. That's a problem.
Now, let's begin and talk about why the fans keep saying these same 4 names.
All right. Welcome, guys. We got a little Moto Fever and Trackside activity today. I know some people are confused, but also at the same time, I know you're loving this. So you know what this means, right? My boy Shane is going to give you the stats, the facts, because I always say I'm not an analytical channel. So we had the bold and great idea of fusing a very entertaining and loudmouth channel with a very analytical, data-driven channel. So guys, you already know what I'm about to say next. Subscribe, please consider subscribing, liking this video. If you guys want more of this, you gotta put down in comments. We have no idea, we don't know. So like it, hype it if you have the opportunity to. And before I get started, I want to give a big shout out to my #1 sponsor, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And for Trackside, the affiliates will be linked down below for earplugs, soda fuel, electrolytes, and Panic Rev Motocross Ministry. Use code Trackside for all merch there. Shane, you are the analytical guy, so I'm gonna shut up now. All right, man, just go and take us through it.
All right, so we got a lot of numbers. I did a lot of research yesterday. I was crunching all the numbers. So first thing I got for you, let's check this out right here.
Ooh.
So we got our big 4 right here. So basically I pulled all of the Supercross wins. This is not counting World Supercross, or Roczen's numbers would be a lot higher. But we did count the titles. So Tomac's got a World Supercross title. Roczen's got a couple of World Supercross titles. Okay. And I'm counting the MX titles too, because obviously Roczen has 2 MX titles. But this is just the premier titles, not 250 titles, nothing like that. So these are the big 4. I think we could all agree with that. With Jett being out, this is the numbers behind the riders.
Yeah, man, that's 53. Come on.
Yep.
53. I'm
Second all time.
Like I be taking it for Tomac. I be taking the disrespect to not have this man as a title contender. Some people don't have him as a title contender. That's crazy to me. I don't understand, man.
He's looking pretty smooth on that in that new KTM.
Good. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I know we don't got the clip, but have y'all seen Chase Sexton though at the test track lately? That last story he posted up last night, I'm not gonna lie. I know I said Tomac right here look real balanced. You know, he looks good. He's sending quads out there. Are we still arguing the tabletop quad or not? Are we still arguing?
No, that's over. It's a quad.
It's a quad.
It's a quad.
Tomac, man, he's training, man. He's taking it serious, and that's what I like about it, man. How you feel about it?
So my opinion on Tomac, obviously it's going to be interesting with the steel frame. That's like the big thing everybody wants to talk about. But the thing for me that tells me he might be able to get it done with these guys is that obviously they got the cable clutch on there right out the gate. Yep. They're making it happen for him, and winners find a way to win. And he is the second all-time winningest Supercross rider. So yeah, that's tells me a lot.
A lot.
He did struggle the last time we saw him in World Supercross on the KTM. It wasn't great, but that was early on. So it's a big question mark. Other thing worth mentioning here for everybody across the board, I'm over here in SoCal. It's been raining all week. So these guys that are down here are not riding. They probably might be able to get in some riding today. I don't think it's going to be a mudder. There is rain in the forecast this week, but we'll see. It's gonna be, if nothing else, it's gonna be kind of tough. I mean, like guys like Tomac, they're probably in AC, like that clip. What right here, he's riding in Arizona, I believe. Yeah. So there's that. But anyways, there's a lot going on. Tomac, I really don't think you can count him out. It's gonna be interesting to see where he's at with his age, new bike, and his experience. It could all come together. I think he does need to come out and get like a top 6 at Anaheim.
100.
If he's outside of it, no crashes.
Just stay on 2 wheels. That's
Yeah.
what's taking him out of the last few A1s. Just the crashes. We all know. We got the memories. Yeah.
So with Tomac, if he's in the top 6, leaving Anaheim 1, he's a championship contender still in my mind until I see something else that tells me he's not.
I mean, on the flip side of that, if he's outside the top 6, doesn't crash A1, I'm immediately flipping my predictions. I'm just tell you that right now. I know what my heart said, what my smooth brain said, but no way. That's going to be a very big problem. And actually, what do you guys think? You guys got him in top 6, got him outside top 6. His age really matters. It's been 2 years since he won. He came out here and won A1 before he blew his Achilles. I know a lot of guys crashed that night, but I'm pumped for this. I don't know what's going to happen. And Webb, all right, let's go ahead. Give me something on Webb.
Let's get into Webb. So old Paul here. He's your defending champion. He's doesn't have as many wins as other guys with more than 2 championships. So that's everybody's argument. Oh, he's a system quarterback. He just takes advantage of, And in my opinion, like I said earlier, winners find a way to win. So with Cooper, I do have a concern. Listening to him talk at the press days, the media days at Anaheim, he pointed out that, number 1, he's never defended a title. Number 2, the last time he was trying to defend the title was on a new bike or a new frame, I guess you would say. And it didn't work out very good. And he's in the same boat this year. So new Yamaha, everything's different, maybe not massively different. I've heard people say that they could technically just go back to last year's frame and it would really get him pretty close to where he was last year as far as settings. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. But I think it's going to be interesting because we saw him race in Paris. He didn't look overly good, but that's happened before, and he came out and looked good in Anaheim. So I don't know. It's really hard to say. He needs to be. I would say the same thing as Tomac, but I would give him a little more leeway and say he needs to be top 8. Because he's never been a West Coast guy.
Yeah, for
he's
sure.
Never been a West Coast guy.
That's crazy.
When he won his first championship in 2019 on KTM, he came out. I think that was his debut year for KTM, and Anaheim 1 was not like a full mutter, but it was wet. It was like significantly more muddy than it should have been, and he crashed. So he made his way up through.
That's crazy.
He went down, like I think it was track related. Went down and tucked the front or something, and there's nobody's watching Cooper Webb really because he hadn't done anything in Supercross in the 450 class. And I remember watching him because I was there, and I'm like, this fool is riding the bike, dude. He's like doing something, and he got like 6th. But it was a big deal in my mind. I'm like, did nobody saw that? Like, dude, he just like he wrote that thing, and sure enough, he ended up coming and winning the championship. So
wow,
I just want to see something like that. He could get 7th, 8th, but if he like has a good qualifying, shows some speed, puts it sideways, a little extra whip or something.
There you go.
Some comfortability on the bike, some speed, and he's in the top 8. I'm comfortable with saying he's still a title threat moving forward. But as you guys are going to see, there is a lot of guys in this field, even with Jett out. So
100%.
Let's jump back over here. We got Sexton up next. He's obviously still building his resume. He's got the speed. We know that. So with Chase,
he's also got the crashes.
He's got the crashes. We're gonna have to see
that fact, Shane. Yeah. Man.
So he's on green now. How do we feel about this?
I feel like I'll be more comfortable with Tomac on KTM than Chase on green. And I know right now, there's somebody coming right now saying this guy does not watch Moto. Chase is going back to a frame he's familiar with. Yes, but also Chase did say at media day, he's gotten used to the steel frame, which also doesn't make sense because when he was on the steel frame, he was like, I don't like the steel frame, but was going from last to first. And honestly, really good
40th.
at Supercross. Yeah. He was really good at Supercross. He just, had his own problems personally, but it's none of this makes sense talking about Chase Sexton. I'm just going to have to see another season And hopefully this is the season where we can watch it and be like, that makes sense. I get it now. Because I don't know what happened the last few years. I don't know.
Yeah, and let's not forget about the team dynamic that we have here. So not only does he have Garrett Marchbanks jumping in there, but we have the narrative that Jorge Prado left. So it's literally a role reversal here. Jorge hates the KTM, or Jorge hates the Cowie, and boom, he's out of there, and now Chase is over here. So we got a big test.
Look at what Anderson did first year he came. Was that a fluke? Like I don't know. Like Anderson came in and was killing it first year. So I don't know what happened there, but maybe we get a little bit of that with Chase.
Yeah,
lot to prove. Yeah. The team's hungry.
It could happen.
Chase, didn't he have 7 wins last year? Was it 7?
Yeah, I believe it was 7, or it might have been 8. Either way, it was a lot to not win the title.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. That's why I'm like, it's so hard. It's so hard. Chase makes it hard for me. He was my guy coming in. When he was on Honda, he was my guy. I thought he was going to be unstoppable. After the first year, rookie year, I was like, oh, nobody's beating this guy in anything. Like, he's going to demolish everyone. And then we saw what happened. And then it happened again. Tomac and Webb should have won in the year that Chase won, in my opinion. But injuries are injuries. So Chase he has that going for him. But I was gonna say what's weird is Anderson also had like 7 wins when he first came on the team. So will Chase do it again? Like, who's gonna win the most races? I think we can safely say probably Chase Sexton.
Yeah,
doesn't mean he's gonna win the title though.
Full season, Chase Sexton wins the most races. So it's gonna take some sort of other issues. He beat himself last year, in my opinion. Is he gonna do it again this year? That's the question. So looking at Ken Roczen, now there is a path to the most perfect Cinderella story of all time right here. I haven't thought of Ken Roczen as a title guy in about I want to say 6 or 7 years. And this year, he's not my title favorite. He's not. He's none of that. But he's a title guy in my mind. He looks pretty good. He had the speed in World Supercross, and he's been on the bike. He's healthy. And the thing with Ken is we just need to see him be able to put together 17 races, because even when he was on Honda going up against Webb in 19 and 21, it was not, he couldn't get every race, like, for example, Cooper Webb last year, his worst finish, I believe, was 6th or something like that, and he was in the top 4 every other round. Yeah. So with that in mind, you would have no margin for error against these guys, So Roczen's health has been an issue, not just like injuries, but his actual health. So we need to see him be able to get through all 17, and if he can do that, I think he's a title guy. So if that happens, then the story is going to be crazy, because this guy deserves a premier 450 Supercross title. Yes. I did count the WSX titles to the total, but we all know it's not the same thing as an American Supercross championship. Yeah. And at this point, to see Ken get that, I don't think there's too many people that'd be mad about it.
100%. You know what was crazy? I was going to say that only Tomac, well, technically, Tomac is the only one with a motocross, Supercross, and World Supercross championship. But I thought he was the only one with a motocross and Supercross until I remembered that Chase does have a motocross and Supercross title. I feel like having that motocross title counts for something, because you're a champion in your own right, and you have championship mentality. So I believe Ken Roczen has the mentality. We all know he should have won by now. But yeah, like you said, the injuries, the illness, the just fatigue, whatever you want to call it, towards the end of the season. Is that over? Are we gonna see something different? 2025 could have been the year, man. It could have been the year. So
yeah. Go ahead.
Lappers derailed his season last year, but based on this lineup, Where the privateers stack up in here? I'm saying this because the privateers were the reason that Roczen crashed in Tampa, totally derailed the season. Yay, blew his ankle. But I mean, that momentum can kill so much drive, both in you and just like mentally and with the points. And I'm sorry, one more thing. I need to give people an update right now. I have said that Jett Lawrence in my wrinkle brain is going to win the title. However, I need to change this now. I'm sorry, guys. I need to update you right now and let you know my wrinkle brain now, the smart one, now believes that Chase Sexton is going to win the AMA Supercross title in 2026. And yes, my heart still believes Tomac will win, but there's another piece of my heart down there. It's about a liver, you know, it's somewhere. My insides, my guts feel really good about Ken Roczen winning this championship. So bringing body parts in here, I mean, somebody feels me down there, but I would really love, I think I would feel better if Roczen won than Tomac won.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that because I feel like Tomac is due something after that Achilles. He's due some retribution. Yeah. That one, but let's be honest. Roczen is due about 3.
Yeah.
So
that part.
Just 2017 alone.
Yeah.
Is like, come on, let's get this man a championship. So the fact that he's back here in 2026, almost a decade later.
Yeah.
On a Suzuki, which was probably the same exact Suzuki in 2017, and he's out here getting it done. It would be so cool to see it.
Oh, man. Yeah, man. Like, come on.
With that in mind, and back to what you said, if we're counting the PMG or Pipes Motorsports Group, the Suzuki team, and we're counting Quad Lock Honda as top tier level teams, we're not going to say factory, but I think that's pretty much the factory Suzuki team. But anyways, Quad Lock Honda.
Yeah.
They have a solid lineup. We got Christian Craig, Joey Savacci, and Shane McElrath. All have Supercross wins in the lights class. Mm-hmm. And with that in mind, with those teams added to the roster, we got 22 factory level riders. So
that's not including beta?
No, that's including beta.
Oh,
we're counting factory beta. So Benny Bloss and Mitchell Oldenburg, in my opinion, as far as on paper, are the weakest riders out of the 22, which tells you where we're at. Yeah. So it's a pretty deep field. So we could get into that.
For you. So why do fans default to these 4? Well, they've won under pressure. They've won on different bikes. They've won after injuries, and they've won when everyone doubted them. So until someone takes it from them, fans are going to keep betting on experience, just like me. So what do you guys think? You got these, or is your top 4, or you got somebody else? But speaking of, let's talk about everybody else.
All right, so the first guy that we got to talk about.
Boom, that guy. Wow. I cannot forget that race I just watched with him. I need to see that all 20 and 26. I don't care if he's in 9th.
So with Jason, the thing with him is on paper right now. Now, obviously, the trajectories, you got to keep in mind the trajectories of careers. But on paper, Jason Anderson is pretty much even. You could argue he's even with Chase Sexton.
Yeah, with Chase.
He's got 14 Supercross wins in the 450 class. We kind of forget that because he's had a couple really good seasons, but it's been a while. So with that in mind, he's 19th all-time on the all-time win list, and Chase Sexton, he's 18th. They both have a couple of titles. Now, sure, Chase's titles were a little bit more premier because he won a motocross and a Supercross championship in America, where Anderson's only got 1 Supercross over here, and then this World Supercross title last year. But they both have 2 titles. You could say that Chase's was gifted to him. I'm not here to say that, but some people do. So whatever the case may be, this man deserves some respect on his name. I'm really excited to see what he can do on that Suzuki. We've seen Ken make it work. Can Anderson add some depth to this team for the first time?
Ken Anderson, there it is. Oh, I thought you said Ken Anderson. I was going to say, yeah, I'm saying that all year. But yeah, you're right. Can Anderson do it? Y'all let us know in the comments. Man, the guy looks good, though.
Yeah, I'm excited. So we'll have to see exactly what he looks like when he lines up against this much, much deeper field. Yeah. But we know he's capable. We saw it. I think it was, 2022 when he got those 7 wins. So it's been a while, but it hasn't been that long.
I expected that.
It's not all the way back to 2018 when he won that title.
Exactly.
So he could get there. Now, the next man that would be entering into this conversation, we should have him. So we got this man, Hunter Lawrence, the other Lawrence. Now, I don't think he deserves to be called Jett's brother anymore. He is his own man. He's building his own path, and he is being very successful, but he has yet to prove that he can win in the 450 class. Now, he did prove that he can win in the 250 class, and a lot of people like to lean on that. He's coming off of a 250 Supercross championship, a 250 Motocross championship, and we've seen him get really close to winning in Motocross, and he tied for the SMX title. But Supercross, it hasn't really worked out yet. He did go out with an injury last year, so we didn't get to see the full season. That being said, what is he going to do this year? Can he make that step and bridge the gap to being a title guy?
Man, first thing, he don't need to get hurt.
Yeah,
that's
a
the
fact.
Like Hunter Lawrence. The only way I see him winning this title is with the Cooper Webb method. I just don't see him being faster than all those top 4 guys we just talked about. He's gonna have to stay healthy. Okay, so I see in the comments people saying, he's not gonna have Jett as a toe. He's out of here. Well, maybe you can find Cooper Webb as a toe. I don't know, but something. I do believe that Honda struggled Supercross 20 and 25, and I do believe that we're gonna have to see something, man. It's kind of hard. You can't really say anything about what he can or will do because we really don't have enough. So in all fairness, I'm just holding my reservations. I'm just excited to see what Hunter Lawrence is going to do, because if I go off of last year, it's not looking good. If I go off the year before last, it's not looking good. If I go off of motocross, and this is that thing I was just talking about, this is the Hunter Lawrence, the first rider where I've seen we're taking motocross stats and factoring them into how good he'll do in Supercross. Why are we doing that? Is it because his last name is Lawrence? Is it because the Honda looks good? I don't know. Y'all tell me.
I don't know, but there is 2 things worth mentioning based off of what you just said. Why don't we do that with Cooper Webb when it comes to motocross? Be like, well, he's coming out. He's looked good all year. Well, he's coming. This is the year. He's won motocross he was a motocross champion in the 250 class. He's gonna get it together. He never had it in Supercross until he finally figured it out. So we got to see it in Supercross. We got to see it. He's had some flashes, nothing that would make me feel like he's gonna be one of the guys, but he is the only guy for Honda. So, like you said, say a prayer. Let's keep this man healthy. Keep him out there on the track. But we got to move on. So we got this guy, last year's SMX #1 seed coming in to the end of the season. He was, I think, 3rd in motocross and 4th in Supercross, I want to say, championship points. Solid season. Hasn't won a 450 race, but you can make the same argument that we just made about Hunter. He was a Supercross champion, as many of these other guys on this list were back in the day. It was 2021, so it's been a while, but he did get it done. So where do we see Justin Cooper? Does he make a step up this season, or does he just kind of stay right there as the guy that's going to get in the top 5 most of the time and maybe grab a couple podiums?
I kind of want to keep my lips sealed right now. I don't know, man. Justin Cooper, man. Question. I just have one question every year. You know what my eyes are going to look at? I don't care if Tomac's leading. I don't care if Ken Anderson is leading. I don't care who is in the lead. Justin Cooper can be in the lead or in 10th. My eyes are going to be laser focused on how he looks in the whoop section. First lap, I'm telling you right now, if heat race, I'm looking, forget qualifying, because somehow, some way he qualifies fast.
Fastest
so I'm
qualifier.
like, is he going through the whoops fast in qualifying? I don't know, but it doesn't translate to the race. So that's for me. I don't know. Like he's probably frustrated to hear about it. If I'm him, I'm like, yeah, I'm sick of this. I'm sending it in the whoops. That's what Cooper Webb did, because he locked in, improved in the whoops. So
won a whole championship.
I believe if Justin Cooper can nail those whoops harder than last time, the guy could be a top 5 guy. I'll just say top 5 for now.
All right. Fair enough. And don't forget, we have the whoop change rule this year, so we're not limited to 9 whoops anymore. Justin Cooper could be not the benefactor. Yeah, punch in the air. I was gonna say something else, but never mind. We're not gonna say that. Now we got this man right here.
There's so many.
He has one. He's proved it. He's done it in the 450 class. He hasn't quite done it in motocross. He's gotten really close. Hopefully, we can get that done. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about Supercross. So he's now a 2-time winner. He's not on that list with Justin Hill and Josh Grant and Malcolm Stewart as these one-hit wonders. Malcolm could still get his name off that list, but he's proven it multiple times. He kind of almost won in Detroit, and then he backed it up with 2 more wins. He's got a win in 24, got a win in 25, should have got a win in 23. But that being said, he's coming off of this crazy illness. He hasn't blatantly said, I'm good, I'm ready, let's go, cowboy up. He's like, pretty much got it, back on the bike. When the KTM did their little press day thing out at the KTM test track, he was like, just got back on the bike. And he wasn't necessarily, from my understanding, looking all that, like he had a ton of energy and everything. So hopefully he can come out. Now remember, he's had the red plate like at week 4 or week 5, I want to say, in 2024. So he's kind of been a title guy to start the season before with some consistency. We've yet to see that past the first third of the year. So this field is still really deep, and we're not even halfway through it yet. What do you think, Jay?
Surface not being scratched. AP, man, if you're watching this, he probably not. But if you are, dude, you can do this. Maybe that's just, he just needs a bunch of people, because all the fans saying it, dude, you can do this. But he's got to believe it. This is an individual sport. When that helmet goes on, them goggles go on, you hit that starter. Some people got kickstart, He just got to believe he can do it. And I believe he can do it. You can kind of tell. For years I watched him, like, he's good. He's clicking off laps. But why is he not winning races or going faster? But he said it kind of sort of, it's like, he'll look left and looking to his right, like those guys at Whiskey Throttle were saying. And it's like, oh my goodness, he can't be that guy this year. He's got to look left. He's got to look right and be like, I'm about to wrangle these boys. You know what I'm saying? If he come out here with that mentality, man, he'll be good. And for him, key to winning a championship is definitely going to be top 5s in the first 5 rounds. I mean, top 3s would be incredible for AP. I don't really see it happening, but top 5s for him, he could be up there.
Yeah. So to be clear, for those of you who have lost track of where we're at, we're already 7 or 8 riders in. So
that's crazy.
To be clear, he's not, in my opinion, a title threat.
Yeah.
But in a crazy world, he could get there, maybe. But I'm excited to see what he can. I'm excited to see what he could do either way. Now, the other key right here is going to be we need at least 3 or 4 mud rounds for AP.
Oh, hey, he said it. He's excited. More open air stadiums. Cleveland, who knows what's going to go on there. But just adding the element of a home race for him, that could really benefit him. So. But he needs more than 1 win. That's all I know.
Yes.
He's
multiple wins.
He's got to step it up. Yeah, he's got to step it up. He got to train with Tomac out there at Baker's, train with Prado. So you got a great starter and you got a great
diverse
racer.
Group right there.
Yeah, so maybe these things will help, but kind of the same thing with a lot of these last few here. We're going to have to see something. We got to see it, man. I'm ready.
And speaking of seeing something, finally got it done. This was he went as we just heard on the Whiskey Throttle show the other day. He went up against, I want to say, Jeremy Martin with the best story of the year last year. Winning at home. So it was like, which one was cooler, him or Jeremy Martin? And whatever the case may be, he got it done. He proved he could do it. He's had the speed, but it was a one-hit wonder last year. He only got like a couple of podiums. So in my opinion, he's here to try to squeak out another win this year, get something done for Husqvarna. He's got RJ now as a teammate, so the speed is going to be there. I'm excited to see what Malcolm can do. I don't think he's going to get another win. I think we're going to see like a 2 podium type of season, a few top 5s, and that's probably about it.
Well, back to that first thing you mentioned, which was more of a tearjerker, Malcolm or... the Martin story, that's a tough one. I'm not gonna lie.
The thing that, so for me, it's really tough.
Both brothers too. They have brothers in the booth about crime. Both. This is so comparable. This is crazy.
I made about an hour-long video documenting Jeremy Martin's story from start to finish, with it ending at that race. the amount of research and the time that went into that really made me appreciate his story. I should probably do one for Malcolm. Haven't got to it yet, but man, you can't beat James being on the mic when he called Malcolm's race. Like, it's just, and the fact that he had to come through the field. Now Martin, he got a really well prepped gate. He got a fat hole shot, and he ran for his life. Malcolm came out here. Malcolm already won a 250 championship, so he came out here and got it done in the 450 class. So I gotta tip the cap to Malcolm. I think he takes the cake with hometown brother on the mic. Got it done. It's been
that is crazy.
Years. Yeah, you can't beat that.
Wow.
But Jeremy, man, that like he was literally doing tours, man. He was done. Too sidetracked, but let's talk about this man's teammate right here, RJ Hampshire. How do we feel about him? We saw in the Anaheim little presser that they did, he's like, yeah, I'm not worried about the wrist. The wrist is doing great. And he's, hinting at the fact that he went down and he's injured once again. So we're not really sure how much time he has on Supercross on this 450. We know that the 450 seems to have smoothed him out in motocross.
Yeah.
Motocross and Supercross are two very different things. How do we feel about RJ Hampshire?
Well, because I didn't really speak on Malcolm, but I think it's going to be curious to see who does better. That sounds crazy. Like, you would think Malcolm would come out here and do better, but, and also, no, I'm sorry. One thing I did forget to mention, we can't forget Malcolm did have that bad crash at A1, and he was beat up, banged up, and he was just working his way through it. So he's going to be healthy, but I think RJ, Malcolm, they train together. You can't really say RJ is that much younger, but dude, I don't know. I feel like those guys are such a toss-up. I literally have no idea how RJ is going to do. I don't know. He came out here and won a heat race in Daytona 2 years ago. So what does that look like now? And
that was his only 450 Supercross performance.
Yeah.
And that was
no
like,
prep. Yeah.
Can we even use that? I don't know, but
so,
it's
like,
something.
Dude, I have no idea. I don't know, man. Top 10 for RJ, guys. Where you
10s.
got him? Top 10s. I believe that. I believe that. Sneak in a top 5 here and there. Some washing of the front ends from some others. Maybe the battles will get too heated. He sneak in there. Dude, I don't know. My eyes are going to be on both RJ and Malcolm Stewart, though. I want to see who's going to be doing better the first 5 rounds. That'll kind of tell me a little something.
So with that in mind, everybody that's listening, do you have everybody we just talked about in your top 10? Because we've talked about 10 riders. So that's crazy. So, everybody else that we're about to talk about, they ain't getting top 10s. Keep that in mind, because we still got champions to talk about. So let's get over here to this little debate between the debut team. Well, there's 2 teams debuting their 450, and then we have an up-and-coming team with Beta that has been doing it for a while. So Bam is hurt. We got almost no footage of anybody on the Ducati, whether it be Dylan, who obviously thinks that it's the best frame he's ever ridden. We have like 1 or 2 clips of him. We don't really know what it looks like. And then Bam right here is on a 2-stroke. So how do we feel about, let's just go, Justin Barsh is a race winner in the class. So let's put some respect on that.
Yeah.
3 times opening race winner. He's won Anaheim, won twice, and he won Houston one that year that it was the COVID year. So he's come out swinging. Can he do anything? I don't consider him a race win contender this year, but can he come out here, do something for Ducati, get him a top 5 in their first ever race? What do you think?
I want to be respectful here and say, if Ducati can get a top 5 all year, that's a win for them. That's a win. But you got this guy who's a little banged up and on a new bike and does not sound comfortable on it. Like his take on this bike versus Ferrandis' take in media day had completely me upside down. Like, I listened to Barsha and then I'm like over here like, what? Or I'm confused even saying it now. No, Barcia was not saying things were good,
No.
and Ferrandis was saying best ever. Throwing a best ever in this sport is huge. Maybe Ferrandis, just his, the way he thinks is how he feels, day to day. Today felt great. This was the best day ever. Maybe he's a thinker like that. So with that being said, I don't think anything Ferrandis has to say is credible. I'm just gonna go off of what my eyes see on A1. How do you guys feel? I don't think I'm beyond comprehension here. That's just crazy. We're gonna have to see something with my eyes.
And with this man right here, we got like nothing. So we got this little teaser. And I think there's a couple. That's the whole clip.
Yeah.
You got a Red Bull helmet, Troy Lee. Got 14, Dylan, Red Bull. That's what we get.
The fact that the team has not put anything up.
Nothing.
That's what you want to do. That's what sells bikes. Throw up that intro,
And he didn't say the best frame in motocross. He said the best frame in two-wheel sports. So
that's just crazy
across the board.
That's why I'm saying that's not even a credit. It's like, dude, I respect you. But nah, I'm gonna forget that you even said that right there. I love you though, man. I love some Dylan Ferrandis. Let me just say that. All right,
2-time Supercross champion.
He was a dog. He did not care about anybody's safety. He was out there winning championships. I mean, he did not care.
He straight up broke Austin Faulkner's heart that year. Austin was over there bleeding internally, laying in the berm, and Dylan's like, "Bye-bye. You thought you had it. It's mine."
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we remember
knocking
that.
Craig out. Like, my guy was going ham out there on everybody. Man,
so
is it still there?
One more note on Dylan before we move on.
Yeah.
He did debut with that Honda team, I believe in 24. Came out, got a 4th.
You're right.
So
he looked solid.
Look, he boxed himself in. Can he back it up? That's the question.
Yeah.
So now the next question is going to be, how do we feel about Ducati versus this semi-established factory team with definitely, no offense, less premier riders? We got Benny Bloss. Excuse me. Benny Bloss, his best he's been at it. He's a big boy, so he's pretty much been on the 450 his whole career. And his best finish was a 6th in Supercross ever, and he did grab a 7th last year. So if he can come out here, I don't know if he's going to be able to get a top 10 right out the gate with this field.
Man, it was tough then.
Can Oldenburg or Bloss come out here and make Beta look better than Ducati's to start the season?
These boys out here battling for 15th, dog. That's crazy to say.
Yeah.
Top 10 for both of them. A win.
Yes. Top 10's a win. So I think Benny last year he got 4. He got 4 top 10s. So
yeah, he surprised me a little bit here and there.
But they were like 9ths. It wasn't, and I think he got 1 7th. So
man,
he's good, but I mean, I honestly think Oldenburg and Bloss could both take a step forward, and their results are going to be about a 12th. Like
they should be better.
They should be better. They probably could be better. I want to say that they have a new motor package this year, so I'm pretty sure they got a little more horsepower coming out of these things, made them a little more competitive, and they're probably going to be a little better, and they're probably going to be battling for a 12th on a good day, in my opinion.
Yeah. We can't forget the top 10 we just went over.
Yeah.
We can't just erase that. Like, these guys are going to have to crash. These LCQs are going to be, you know what? I don't like this because we're going to have a lot of factory guys in the LCQ, and that's not what the LCQ is for. The LCQ is where we get to go and see the guys, the privateers, go out there and ride harder than the last time, do stuff that is just, honestly, looks like we're watching a weekend warrior race, local race. We get some entertainment that is the LCQs. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, let's not forget about
how many LCQs will Prado touch? It could.
That's where I was about to go with it. Where do we?
I don't want to see him in the LCQ. Let me put that out there. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't think he's gonna be in the LCQ because he's a good starter and heat races are short. Take it over.
Yep, I agree. He, just like Dylan Ferrandis, the last guy we talked about, has put himself in a very small box. Now, does he have to come out here and try to necessarily prove something on Supercross? No, we're waiting for motocross, but you can still fail in Supercross. You know, he still has to, like you said, stay out of the LCQs. Can't crash all the time. We've already seen him win heat races. Yes, it was a mud race, but we've seen him have success right out of the gate with no testing on the gas. So we know he's had a full off season of testing. There's really no excuse for him to come out here and lay an egg. So he has to at least do something. Get 12th. Everybody get 12th. So with Jorge, it's gonna be tough. I'm excited to see what he could do. What would be really interesting is if we get something like what we had with Tom Vial the first year that he came over here. He came out of the gate on the KTM, got a whole shot, and then so do we see something like that? Jorge Prado, whole shot. He was scared of getting whole shot supposedly in motocross because he didn't think he could run up there. So is he confident enough to just go full Jorge, full start, get out there and do like a Vince Freezy? I'm not saying he'd be dirty, but Freezy would get out there, lead, and just work his way back. So do we see that aspect? That could dice up the field, he fades his way back to 7th or something. I don't know. Could be pretty fun. But let's not forget about this man. We got another factory Kawasaki. So we're more than 15 riders deep. So now I think
do better. Who will do better, Prado or Marchbanks? That's a good one.
I gotta if A1, I'm putting money on Marchbanks. I will stamp it. I got my money on G Money right here.
FXR beating Fox?
Wow. Yes, sir. They're a little bit salty after that Club MX switch. They're looking at Garrett. They're like, "Come on, Garrett, we need you to come through for us." We put the money down. Yep. Well, the box is a top 10, but
I know it was coming. Oh man.
Yeah.
Woo.
I'm excited for Garrett.
Me too.
I have concerns. I don't want to see a Joey Savacci 2.0 type of thing here. But good news is the point out rule is gone. You can go back to 250s. Now, do I see him ever going back to 250s? And should he go back to 250s? Probably not.
Nah.
So we need to see some success here. I'd love to see him stay with the team. He does have an accelerator in his contract. We don't know what that is. I'm assuming it's probably, I have no idea what it is exactly, but I'm pretty sure it's something to the effect of, say, 6 top 5s in the season or something like that. And that automatically renews his contract. It's probably a little bit gnarlier than that. But he did seem to think it was obtainable from the impression I got. So if he hits his accelerator, auto renew next year. So wishing all the best for Garrett. We're gonna have to see exactly what he can get done. But then he's
hungry.
He is hungry. That is for sure. Let's not forget about this man, other Suzuki rider. He's a Supercross champion too. All these guys are Supercross champions, except for the beta riders, which are factory riders, of course. We're still on champions, and we're like 17 riders deep. So with Colt, we haven't seen it in 450s. We got one, I think it was a 6th place or something when he came out on Honda, and that was about it. So this goes back to what I was saying with Anderson. Can Anderson finally add depth to this team? And that's not a knock against Shane McElrath, Kyle Chisholm, Colt Nichols, all these guys that have been on the team over the years, but we haven't seen it. So he came out in World Supercross, crash. Didn't look great.
Didn't look good at all, man.
This is, in my opinion, a turning point in his career where he either figures it out. It's going to be a tough year to do it, but he's going to need to at least be in the top 15 and get some top 10s this year, finish the season, and maybe he could stay with Twisted Tea, or maybe he can get on one of these other teams, maybe Triumph next year. Needs to, put somebody in with Smith. Yeah. Maybe Faulkner goes full time. We'll talk about that in a second. We don't know. But there's some rides coming up. These guys are going to retire. You got Beta, you got Triumph, you got Ducati. So there's going to be some doors opening. He's younger than a lot of these guys, but he's getting up there in age. He's right there at his 30s. So I think with him, he needs to make as much money in the sport while he can.
100.
So now's the time to do it. What do you think?
100%. Yes, sir. I was really liking him when he was on Star, and then he broke his arms. I was like,
Thanks.
oh man, dang, it's
Remember
over.
that. It's over.
But I was happy to see him come back because he was going to win that championship. I believe it was going to be a dogfight. But ultimately, man, World Supercross kind of can't count it because it's very different. Different stadiums, different dirt, different setups, but traveling. But based on going last few years, I just don't know, man. All I know with after you popped him up, because I forgot about Colt Nichols and I forget about everybody else outside of top 10, is just like this 10th through 20th place racing we're going to get might be the best ever. This 10th through 20th is champions, guys who are not just going to be rolling around out there. They're going to be out there fighting, which is going to make it compelling for the guys in the lead. So we're getting racing like never before. That's the dynamic shift with all of this. So Colt Nichols, though, like you said, man, I mean, a top 10 is a huge win. I don't know what it's going to take to even have that happen. But up here, if he could turn it off a little bit more and take something from Roczen and Anderson, give a little bit of that Ken Anderson energy, he might can flow with him, man. I don't know.
Speaking of turning it off a little bit, what do we think about this man coming out here on the 450? Now, he did say, nobody's explicitly said it, okay? But he did say something to the effect of, yeah, I'll be going east if that's what we choose to do. So Jordan went down in World Supercross, tore up his shoulder. He had to have surgery. He was the 450 guy. They couldn't get Malcolm to come over. They couldn't get anybody else to jump in. They want to debut the 450. They're handing the torch over to Austin Faulkner, a 7-time, I believe, 250 Supercross winner. He's done it. He knows how to win Supercrosses. He hasn't won the championship, unlike a lot of these other guys, like the Colt Nichols of the group. It's going to be tough for him. He's debuting a brand new motorcycle. So if he can turn the brain off a little bit, he was smoking Chase Sexton. He was about to win a championship with no ACL against that man. Now, that's no disrespect against Chase Sexton, but Austin beat him every single round except for, I think he got like second one time that year. Now, obviously, Chase has taken steps forward since then, but Austin's been riding, I don't want to say the same amount of time because he's been mostly hurt, but he's been in the sport. So he could take steps forward too. I'm not saying he's going to come out here and beat Chase Sexton, but what I'm saying is the talent is there. So where do we see Austin fitting in with these other 22 riders that we're talking about?
That's so difficult because Austin has a place in my mind and in my heart that just, go beyond his crashes. And that is that the guy's super good, man. I had him pegged to win every Supercross championship that he entered. And then he exploded.
Yes.
And if he can turn the brain off, I just still firmly believe he's going to be good. He's going to be good. He admitted in media day he was riding timid. The brain was a little
100%.
too locked up, It was elements there, fear, whatever you want to call it. We see where that leads to. Going slower, not sending the quad when they're sending the quad. So I think we all can agree that the talent is there. Like, it's not made up that he's got the ability. If Chase could do it, Faulkner can do it. But man, injuries are real. If anybody's been hurt or crashed even on a track, like jump, crash, even that, man, it changes you. It changes you forever. So these guys can manage it a little bit better. So I want to see Faulkner in the top 10, but will he? I don't know, but it will be a great experience for him battling outside the top 10 even. That's what's cool about this. He still has a lot of experienced riders to tangle with outside the top 10. So honestly, making it to the main is a goal. This is a new bike. We can't even just throw that out there like lightly. A new bike is like a big deal, and especially in the sport. So, Ferrandis, like I said, not credible, but more of what Barsha said. makes sense as to why I'm concerned with Ducati being in the top 10. Not concerned for rider safety, but performance. So
yeah,
we will see. I'm excited to see who does better. Man,
Totally.
outside top 10. Yeah. Most excited I've been for outside for 10th through 20th, probably ever.
So the last thing I would add to Faulkner real quick is that I'm a little bit concerned if he does go east, because I think, like you said, if he turned the brain off, he could be a title threat over there, especially with Kitchens over here, Anstey's here, Deegan is here. Boom, put Austin on the east. He's going up against Brown. He's going up against Davies. Yeah. He's got the other two gas or Husqvarna riders.
Yeah.
So, but no disrespect, I think it'd be a little bit better of a chance for him to get that title. Now, my concern is he comes out here and he gets 17th, 15th, 16th, 13th, goes east. Is that he's like, man, I'm still caught in the pack. I still can't do it. And now he's mentally
messes with us.
Mentally he's, because he wasn't even a top 5 guy last year. So now he comes out here and he's seen Chase win, RJ 6th,
guys he used to beat.
Austin 13th. He's like, man, I don't have it. So does that mess with him? And then he does go east, and then he's just not there. That would be unfortunate. But what would not be unfortunate is if we could see this guy come out here and do this. I would love to see it. He's got a chip on his shoulder. He's a little salty. He's let us know. So I don't know if you guys haven't been paying attention. He was on Star Yamaha kind of in a weird deal last year, had to exit out mid-year, and he's letting the people know. He's like, yep, I'm here to race. I'm not done. Regardless of what everybody else thinks, I'm here to prove it. And right here in World Supercross, he went around Deegan. He went around everybody and won a main event. It was a short main event. It was a weird track, but he showed that he could still do it. And in his mind, this is all he's thinking about. So I could still do it. What does Christian Craig look like in this field, in your opinion?
In my opinion, same place where Faulkner is. I cannot let go what he did on that 250, because there were times where I felt like he was faster than the 450 guys on that 250. But the biggest thing is what he said, and that's up here. In the brain, man. In the brain, he believes he's got something to prove, and that's all a rider needs, man. They just need a little bit of confidence and belief, and that could take them a long way. Because the last few years with Craig, I wasn't getting that. I wasn't getting it, and I was seeing it in his results. So I'm excited. He's feeling like that, and then he does stuff like that in World Supercross. It translates. So all I can say is I'm excited to see it translate. Outside top 10, though. Outside top 10. I got to see something. Until I see something, then I would like my heart has him battling for top 5s because he can do it. I know he can do it. Winning a race, that's going to be hard. But battling for top 10s, realistically, that's where I'm at for now. So we will see.
I would agree with what you said, but we still got 2 more teammates to cover here on Quadlock. So we got Joey Savacci. Now, he did come down to the final round for the title, World Supercross. Different thing, but if we got Anderson as high as we do we at least have Joey as a top 10 guy? Because remember the top 10 we started the show with. So is he a top 10 guy?
I gotta say no, man. After what Anderson did to Savacci in that race, I'm like, nah, this level.
He's not on the same level. So with that in mind, let me just show you something real quick here. Last year. All right, so you guys see this right here. And let's go back to Anaheim 1. Came out 21st, then 10, 11, 15, 7, 13, 10, 9, 22, 5, 11, 8, 8.
See, they get better as guys drop out.
Yes. So a couple of top 5s, and was a top 10 guy intermittently, dealt with a couple injuries, missed one main event at that Mutter. I'm predicting for Joey Savacci this year, for him to have a good year, 1 top 5, 4 top 10s. With this field, say a couple guys drop out.
That's crazy. The fact that he might not make mains.
Now he'll make mains. He'll be all right.
He'll make enough.
No, he's making all the mains.
He's consistent though.
Yeah, no, he's solid. I don't think he's gonna miss a main unless he has a crash.
Yeah.
He might see like 2 LCQs if he has like a bad start and tucks the front or something.
Yeah.
But then we got to also talk about this man right here, the last Quad Lock Honda rider. This team right here has a solid lineup, dude. Quad Lock Honda getting it done. Yuriv is building something. I hope he could stay in the sport because most of these teams last about 6-7 years and that's it. And he's coming up on that. But right now, he's at his peak. And this man ended on a high note with WSX, took a win for Manstey. He's on the 250 though. So how does that translate once he jumps back on the 450? He did have some great results at the end of the season last year. He was starting to have the speed and then he crashed and everything kind of came undone. So man, this field is looking, it's deep. So now we're already 22, right? We're at 22 riders. So this could be your main event. Every single rider we talked about, that would be 22.
But realistically, a privateer is going to make it into the main. So one 100%. Of these guys, some of these guys will not make it. Question is who, but
Kevin Moran's, Grant Harlan.
They're over there. Like they see
you don't know about this start I'm about to get.
And they might bring some of the LCQ energy to the heat races. They might have to switch their tactics up.
Just real. Like you said, Kevin Moran's about to look left, look right. Y'all don't know about this LCQ.
Yeah.
Watch this. And
about to get a little Dunlop on Dunlop action or something. So, man, that's crazy though. McElrath, once again, same thing. I like what I hear from him. I like what he says. He's very articulate with his words, and he has a lot of want. He's got a lot of grit, but sometimes it doesn't translate. That's the question mark. But one thing I do know, he's figuring it out, and I like the fact that he's with these two guys, and Savatgy and Craig, two solid guys for him to be around that I think could really help him out. All these guys are toes for each other. That's what's crazy. They all can carry each other. But wow, the battles we're going to get, man, it's crazy. That's the 22. That's nuts.
And we got to add the one more 23 real quick. Like,
can't even think.
Well, he ain't going to be on the gate. So that's your first hint. But let's talk about this man right here. He's a factory rider.
Oh yeah, I was right. It's got to be Jordan Smith.
Yep.
See,
so Smitty ain't gonna be on the gate. We don't know exactly when he's coming, but he is supposed to be coming for Supercross. So he was supposed to be the Triumph debut. He's got himself the number 20, one number higher than last year. 2 solid seasons in a row for the Triumph. Got them their first win. It's gonna be interesting to see exactly how he can do. He's gonna come in mid-season. I'm gonna say probably about week 6, in my opinion. Not a doctor, but I've been hurt a lot. I know what these injuries are like. I have no idea what he's going through, but I can take a guess. So with that being said, I'm assuming about round 6, probably when Austin goes east, if he does, is when we're going to see Jordan Smith come into the field. What the attrition looks like at that point, we're going to have to see. But I think he's going to be fighting for top 15s. I think that's about it. I mean, he's going to be a little off of RJ. So wherever RJ's at, let's just slot him back about another 4 spots.
Yeah, new bike though. Again, we got the new bike thing in. They'll have data from Faulkner, which is great. So better than nothing. But also Jordan Smith, I didn't even say it for Cooper Webb. NC stand up. Let's go. You know, a little bit bias in here. A bit of bias. But Jordan Smith, man, he's fast. He's fast. He has speed. There are some riders we could talk about in this episode who we've seen have speed like never before. It's like this guy is the fastest guy on the track right now. But while they're not winning, it could be the speed. Speed can kill sometimes, and that's been his kryptonite, in my opinion.
One thing to mention with Jordan Smith, little trivia. Somebody knows this. You might know this. Remember Savatgy and Osborne for the title in Vegas? Remember that? Okay. It's probably a dead giveaway. They weren't, neither one of them were the points leader that night. Who was the points leader?
Oh wow. I don't remember who's the points leader, but that's crazy.
Jordan Smith.
He's been the points leader so many, I mean, he's been in such good positions.
Yes. He had the red plate going into Vegas. It wasn't a tie red plate or nothing. He had that orange KTM and the Troy Lee gear looking fresh.
I remember now.
Full cartwheel into the sand. Full cartwheel, and that was it. Walked off. Like everybody talks about the heartbreak for Savatgy, which is real, but nobody talks about Smitty.
Man.
He had to walk
Why
off.
is that?
I don't know.
Man, they don't be believing in us over here at NC until we come out here and win championships.
That's it.
Come on, Smith. Get a
Let's do
top
it.
10, man. If he get a top 10, that triumph in the top 10, my
One top
eyes are
10.
going to be, that's going to do it for him, man. That could do wonders because he is a rider who's shown to me that unlike anyone else on the track, he's willing to go faster. So it's possible, but like you said, though, I don't know about those injuries. What they do to the brain is just, I don't know, man. It's personal.
So what we could take away from this segment is if your name is Dylan Ferrandis, Garrett Marchbanks, Jorge Prado, RJ Hampshire, Colt Nichols, Austin Faulkner, Benny Bloss, Mitchell Oldenburg. Oh, we forgot Ty Masterpool.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't want to forget Ty.
He does have the 450 experience, but
He has it.
my point with Ty Masterpool when I got him on this list, yes, he is a full privateer, but here, he is a race winner. Now, granted, that was in motocross and it was only one time, but this is something that is hard to do. So let me get Ty up in here. We haven't seen him do it in Supercross. He's had multiple factory rides, and he's yet to do what you'd want to see somebody do with a factory ride. He got that win for Mitch, the 300th, which was great. But he's put together his own 450 program a couple of times now. We need to see him do it in Supercross. I think for him, going straight to the main is a win.
Yeah.
9th in the heat race is a win.
Will he be the best privateer rider out there?
No shot that he's not. He might not be every single week, but he's got the most.
Yeah,
he's got the most
paper.
Like on paper, he's got the most skill. I mean, you see him right here going through the whoops. Not an issue, you know.
Yeah,
like you got to consider that there's levels to this, and I think he's at the top of the privateer game for sure.
100%. Yeah,
So,
I mean, honestly, he needs to be a factory guy, but this is fine too because he did it already. SMX, I will never forget. SMX 23. I was there. Charlotte, round 1. I was like, who is this kid? Then I learned he's got appendicitis. I'm like, he's out there hurt right now. He got in top 10. I think he got 6th or 5th. I don't know, but it was great.
He got a whole
like,
paycheck.
Whoa.
Yep.
Whoa. So
and that was Supercrossy. So it wasn't full Supercross, and he had been having
People
appendicitis
struggle,
for like 2 weeks already. He
Yeah.
was like he had an antibiotic drip in his back pocket, just hoping he could survive. He's like, can't have surgery yet. Who puts off appendicitis surgery for like 3 weeks, dude?
Dude,
that's crazy.
Look at the comment. That guy. Who would do better? Justin Hill or Master? Oh my gosh, man, it's too many. Team Tedder. Guys, this is crazy. Oh,
we forgot about Justin Hill too. What are we doing? That man's a whole champion.
Let's
get Justin Hill up here. Hold on. We got too many Justins too.
Way too many. Wow. Yeah. Snap.
So
he might be the best privateer.
I forgot about too many riders, but
I mean, this is more of a factory episode. But come on, Justin Hill, he deserves.
He's a champion. So and his brother won a premier 450 class race.
These guys are different. So, he will be the best privateer in my opinion. Justin Hill.
Yeah, for sure.
With Masterpool following suit.
Unless we're counting Quad Lock as a privateer team. Then.
Right. Yeah. Quad Lock. I forget. They just have such solid guys
on the team. We'll just call that factory support.
Yeah. There you go.
I think Team Tedder. I mean, you could argue KTM factory support, but I'm gonna say Tedder. That's privateer. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, guys. Somebody's got to chime in here. This is super deep. Oh man, so many guys fighting. This is gonna be our LCQs.
Yeah.
That's what I can't stop thinking about that. The dynamic, the depth, team strategies are gonna be important. Game plans are gonna be incredibly important this year because you got to go into it thinking like you can't even just race a heat and just be like, dude, I just got to make it in the main. You got to be like, no, I got to make it through the heat. There's like too many guys the heats are going to be main events.
Yeah. And
the LCQs are going to be heats.
Let's think about the fact. So let's say you're Hunter Lawrence and you're already having not a great night. And then you go down and now you're in last. and you
Yeah.
catch the
Oh,
back,
that
catch up.
happened.
Yeah, you
A1
catch
2
up to
years
the-
ago, right?
Yep, that did happen. Well, he didn't make the main. That was a heat
He
race.
didn't make it.
Yeah. So that's one way of putting it. So, but let's say it's the main event. You're Hunter Lawrence. You go down. You catch up. You finally get to the back of the pack, and you see Benny Bloss. You're like, all right, let me get this one. Go around him. Boom. Make a couple passes. Now you know your Master Pool got him. All right, McElrath. Boom, got him. And now you're on the back of Christian Craig, Supercross champion for 17th. You're like, didn't this guy just win a World Supercross? And he's battling, making it hard on you.
Yeah.
You're like, dude, we're in 17th. What are we doing? It could happen. You don't know.
Dude, it's insane.
Not wishing that on anybody, but that's the
point.
depth. That's
You
the
cannot
depth.
go down. There's no charging through the
crashing.
pack like it used to be. Not in Supercross. More so, you could do it more so in motocross, but not in Supercross. This is going to be difficult.
There's too many good riders, but that's a good thing
Man.
for us. Good thing for us. You gotta parlay this thing a little bit. Let's see. Your
I'm going to
picks.
tell you right now what I said. I know I said last video. I said I got Tomac, Webb, and then Roczen for A1, and I'm going Chase, and then I'm going that's 4, right? And then I'm gonna go Hunter. That's it.
Hunter in the top 5. I got Ando in same top 5 except for
Unlike
Anderson.
each other.
No, it's gonna be good times. So I got
a toss up though. Ando and Hunter.
I got Roczen.
Stamina.
Roczen coming out with the win.
Okay,
A1.
I can see that.
Roczen, boom, out there getting it done. We're gonna go with Sexton for the 2, Tomac 3, Anderson 4th, Cooper Webb 5th. That's what I got.
Hey man, these
We'll
are
see.
all. I like
We'll
that.
see.
I like that. Man, we don't have
Stamp
Chase
it.
winning though. He
Nah.
should be the favorite. Should be. But I watched the race. Remember on Honda and Roczen won that A1 a few years back, and this when Chase was on Honda before Jett moved up, and just that crash, just with Chase, I'm just like, what in the world? And in my opinion, he wouldn't have won last year, but he did. He won. He won.
got it done.
But man, Tomac was looking good. I could not have seen Chase walking down Tomac at A1. So it's all about starts, man. We'll see. We could go on forever about this because it's just too many guys
too
and
exciting.
too much data. So how do you guys feel about it, man?
If you're
We'll see
still
if I
here,
can-
thanks for sticking
Yeah.
around for the whole video because that helps us out a lot.
100%. I always say the best thing you could do is make it this far. That's it, man. Wow, what an episode. It's first time doing this. Yeah, if you guys want more videos like this, please
You gotta let us know.
in the comments. You have to. Please don't think it. You're just thinking it. They're literally thinking it, dude. They're not
Gotta
typing.
type it up because
You
we
know?
gotta get our schedules aligned. We got our kids. We gotta get the media assets put together. We gotta
Yeah.
align everything. So this takes work. If you guys appreciate this, we appreciate you. Let us know in the comments, and thank you guys for watching.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Subscribe.